Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So we are gonna be starting things off talking about the Sokai, or not Sokai, the Gundam Battle Festival banner. So we are gonna be getting another rerun, not really rerun, but another alternate attribute. This time around we are getting the Strike Noir. I don't know. Strike Noir is not that terrible of a unit design in a way. I don't know how do you guys feel about this because we have gotten this one as a welfare unit a long time ago. I'm talking about, probably back in like 2019 or 2020 timeline. Obviously, it has gotten rerun probably a few times already, so I'm pretty sure people might have gotten it already, and people probably are not usually in the favor of like, oh, rerun. So that's totally fine. That's totally understandable because that's what they do. But there's also some times when they also drop banger, like 2 weeks ago when they dropped on the areas. I don't think anyone was complaining about that. Let me know how many of you guys are actually complaining about them dropping a new areas. While I get it, is rerun. People complain about that, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. So as far as the image is, so we do see that it does have the dualies over here, so these are potentially something that we could be getting. I think something that we did not get alongside back then was the actual beam rifle. That was something that was neglected in a way. So this time around, we may or may not get two new range weapon, the dualies, or even the beam rifle. Who knows, right? But that is definitely up in the air. So that's that. So let me know your comment section, comment in the below. Let me know how you guys feel about the Strike Noir. And yeah. So going back to another interesting topic, as far as the new standard palette, we are getting Trace or Trice, how I want to pronounce the name. But we are actually getting him as a alternative attribute. That is our first. Um, this man right here is going to be our first alternative attribute pilot. So that is what I say. That is like cool. Not really, because I feel like pilot, if they want to go ahead and revisit all those pilot, I don't know if that's gonna be a good move on their end, right? Because I'm pretty sure there's still a ton of pilot that they could have been releasing with either like different uniform, different clothing, different type of situation, you name it. So I don't know, but because like the thing is, right, they pushed out this new system or this new feature back in, I don't know since when, the alternative attribute, the link attribute, whatever you call it. So they have to kind of put something up for that as well, right? So I feel like the whole link attribute, the alternative attribute, in a sense is great, but now it's just more of like, oh, here we go again, recycle, kind of the same thing again, right? So it doesn't really create that new atmosphere because it's just something that we have in a box already. But granted, as far as the Strike Noir, something I could have been adding, they if they want to throw us a bone, right? If they want to throw us like a cool new EX skill, I'm down for that, right? But if they're just gonna come back around with like the same janky EX skill, no improvement, I mean, like I don't know, man. I rather just keep my 3-star version, slap it onto a shooting based skin, and call it a day because it's just not that worth it unless they toss in like a new EX skill. At least toss us like a cool cinematic. I think that's what everyone would want for, and I think that is definitely something eventually they will either summon for it, they buy it, whatever. It's just that we need to see something new animation, new whatever. So that's that. But going over to the Wolfer, we are getting the Mars 4. So I think, like, as the recording of this, we are still in the session of having the Earth 3. So quite surprised. Did they? So the Earth 3, Mars 4, and then the other one that should be what was the other one? I forgot. I forgot the other one. I know we had another one, the other core, but I forgot. That one is like the range type version of it, but I blanked out. I forgot the name. But here we are. We are getting the Mars first. So even the standard Mars Sword was actually good. So I do expect this one to greatly benefit coming back to the system, the feature link attribute, all the good stuff. So I think this one can definitely perform good if they do toss us a good, let's say, portrait combination. Not portrait combination, war tags, because I think the original one is not that great. So if this one want to tighten things up, I think that should be good. But other than that, they are going to be talking about the new crew multi mission and etc. So, but quickly going back into the game, we have ourselves the Strike Noir. So you guys can see that I did have the full set, and this one is a 3-star warfare part back in the good old days. And I think the best EX skill from this overall unit is definitely has to be the backport EXQ, and that should be the dual linear again. This one used to be the best EX skill you could be using as far as beating the harder content. So I remember back then I don't even have this one max out. EX skill level 1. This one was able to like do massive damage. So I don't know if they're gonna come back around and do the same thing again for this one. I mean, like, I'll be sad. Like, I don't know. I'm just not ready for this. But yeah. Like for EXQ, we have the beam rifle shorty. So this one is pretty much gonna be like similar. This one is exact carbon copy of the one for the Maxus Leg. So you're pretty much gonna be doing a few. You're gonna be doing a few shots from. I think it's gonna be those dualies, and then you're pretty much gonna be doing two spins left and right. So it's not. It's cool. Animation wise, it's not that bad. But I mean, like we need a actual cutscene EXQ from this set, and that'll be perfect. Something that did not throw in obviously was a ranged weapon, so that could be something that could throw in. But other than that, I think we do have everything that we need as far as the Strike Noir and stuff. So I mean, like, honestly, I can put this one into my shooting base build and make this one a monster already. Like, I don't really like, technically speaking, I don't even need the new one because it's the same skin already. So if they do throw in a new EX skill, that is definitely gonna be something that people will chase for. But yeah, other than that, I think that should be pretty much it. Let me take a look at the new pilot, the one that we are going to be getting, Trace or Trice, however you want to call it. Let me see. I think he's under wing, right? Trace. Yeah, he's right here. So he is a 3-star pilot back then, and he's an infighter. Infighter with command attack. So I don't know, we will definitely have to see what kind of shenanigans they can do for this guy here, because like this part here is honestly not that good. So yeah, do let me know how you guys feel about the new quote unquote new Strike Noir, and then as for the new standard AI palette, Trace or Trice, however you want to call it. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it. So definitely I don't know if I'm gonna be really summoning, honestly. Probably just gonna be doing like a 3 multi-summons to see if I can get the boosting part for the new event. But other than that, I don't really feel like summoning for it because it's, I don't know. But we'll definitely see as it comes out tomorrow. Maybe new portrait, anything that looks enticing, maybe. But yeah, with that said, that's gonna be pretty much it for me, and I'll be catching you all on the next one.